Hello Twitch, good afternoon. The title is very clear today, guys, so if you're looking to not spoil the story for yourself, even though it's been a few months, maybe it's a good idea to skip the stream. I'm continuing from batch 3 because that's where I left the last time I was doing story with my commando, and I thought maybe it's not a bad idea to finish it. And maybe, I'm not sure. I kind of voted within myself, and the vote about doing Fallen Empire chapter, maybe 1 or 2 chapters, I don't think I'll stay too long. 1 or 2 chapters should be enough. I just wanted to do some commando gameplay, most of all. And that was the most important part. And obviously I wanted to check up on Twitch, see if you guys still remember my channel. Okay, well, let's get into it. I don't need those, so maybe hide them quickly. Eternity Vault, all right. Well, I do have a lot of weird quests that I don't remember picking up. Yavin. All right, okay. These are no normal Yavin quests I have on my command. What the hell is this? Seriously? I have an achievement quest. This has been here for at least 3 years, I believe, maybe longer. Defeat the following operation bosses in hard difficulty. Hi, Nomi. You're the first one to speak out. And apparently with my commando I've never defeated, what's this, the first one, the third one, and the last one from De Nova. That's weird. When and how did I defeat... Oh, it's not even listed here? That's weird. Annihilation Droid, Guard, Soa, Bone Rusher, Heavy Fabricator, Karaga, Zone and Todd, Colonel Vorgat, and Kefes. Alright, never mind. I'm not doing that quest anyway. I forgot to switch off the flashpoint stuff. Let's see, chapter 3. It's been a while. I've only done the story on Fallen Empire twice, as you might know. So I've waited long enough to forget the details, and now I'll have a chance to enjoy it again. Oh, okay, yeah. Hi, Velen. Hello, Solid Mate K Snake, or Matek Snake. Can I say just Snake? It's easier for my poor tongue to not get lost. Outlander, we're being saved by Lana. What a surprise.
Don't try to move. You're dying. I may have your cure, but I'm not going to lie. This will hurt.
Why I'm doing Fallen Empire, someone might be wondering. Well, again, because I've only done it twice. Full, I mean. And because I've started it on this character already, he doesn't need to level up on anything. I know there is a double XP event available at the moment. I'm just skipping all these things. Do I know you? Okay.
Side effects are worse than I thought. I'm Lana Benico.
And most of all, I wanted to compare the cinematic experience because about 2 days ago, I streamed live gameplay with my newest Shadow, Sith Assassin.
Is that a Republic model?
And unfortunately, I was hoping that they would have improved the other cinematic content, but they haven't. It's still the same, clunky and static. The characters aren't moving, the camera is the same positioned. Some of the old bugs that I remember from years ago are still there. I mean, clipping shadows, clipping hair through the helmets, for example, or things like that.
Come on.
Come on. Let's take them on. It's gonna be even more funny doing the story now at level 65 with semi-appropriate gear.
What kind of prison is it?
It's no prison. This is where Arkham keeps all his most prized
Should feel better now.
Possessions.
Yes. Challenge
Don't you feel
accepted
special
and
now?
met.
Well, these guys are dying a little bit too fast.
Never stood a chance.
It was easy and boring before. Now it's just pathetic.
I've got the door.
The title, I did change it. What does... Crap. Why the hell does it say this thing? I typed a very appropriate title, damn it.
Where's that droid?
Generating false security alerts in other sectors.
Oh,
Capable of
that's
mastery.
what I forgot. I need to
Yes,
click a
RED.
button
An
update.
updated
Thank you.
timetable would be good.
Why is that
Thanks for the
important?
update.
No, no problem.
Okay. The title
But we
should
are
be
starting to
changed
feel a
any
bit
moment now.
exposed out here. You find the Outlander yet?
Yes, I patched him in.
Great. I'm Koth Ortana. Welcome to the most suicidal
I was
rescue
used
in
to
history.
doing that on
Hope you're
YouTube
everything
because
honest
there I
that you
just
are.
type the
Be
title
patient,
and
Koth.
tab
We're on our
to
way.
exit the
Koth will fly
typing
us out of
mode
here.
and it
Just
updates.
as soon as we're
I
through
forgot
this
there
door.
is an update button now.
I've seen her before.
No.
That's her. Everybody's dream of a new companion, apparently.
High Justice Valen, the intruders have released the Outlander. Sky troopers are scouring the building,
But go on, don't be shy.
Might as well check the game is appropriate one. The English is the correct spoken language. Alright, we're set. With a little bit of a setback, I can begin proper stream now with the proper title.
Everybody makes mistakes.
I'm thinking doing this one now and maybe doing this for my second Marauder from the dark side point of view one more time in the middle of next month. Should be probably enough to not get me desperately bored of the Fallen Empire and at the same time keep me fresh with the content and things that are happening for both sides before the next chapter is released, you know, February.
Let's get you out of here. Hurry. Sky troopers, Valen's far from alone. That's the end of that one.
Starting to really bustle out here.
Cop, Valen's arrived.
Already? Okay, let me know the second you hit the lift.
Oh no, a silver one. What would I do? What was the HP of that guy? 28.
He used to serve in Zakul's military. Now he's
Hope you're not
dedicated
too
his
close
life
yet.
to ending Arkan's
What's
reign.
happening?
Nothing I can't handle, but we need to move
Hi
the
Jim.
pickup.
We don't have time for this.
You never visit me when I'm streaming live to YouTube, but you quickly appeared here. Have you prepared a troll for us after your swift appearance?
Watch your back out there.
My number one pastime these days. Always love our little excursions, Lana. Back with you shortly.
Have I mentioned to you guys how much I hate the scrolling down effect when the choice wheel appears?
I'm not so sure I
So
agree with your
freaking ugly.
screening process, Lana.
They should never have
Perhaps you
changed
miss
it.
Your carbonite prison. Don't forget, I also deemed you a worthy ally once.
I told you how to get notifications. If you don't, then it's a bug.
No.
That would be plenty of time, yeah. Depending on the call duration. Most of the time, yeah, it's not just a feeling, but you can just walk straight forward and the
We have to keep
companions will
moving.
just clear everything. Yeah, you know we are on a holiday break and we haven't done a raid since what, last Tuesday? That's 6 days, including 7, including today.
Million questions right
And I'm missing troll. I'm missing trolling.
The answers will have to wait.
Every time I spawn here, I think, oh, okay, I'm in a Zerka flashpoint. Don't you guys have the same feeling?
That's the end of that one.
I love it when I can kill the mobs before they appear. That's a rare quality. Usually they spawn and they're immune for 2-3 seconds, and then finally they allow us to kill them. What's that now? Office worker. Oh, poor office worker. Go away, dude. Let's not forget I'm supposed to play light side. The dark may be tempting, but Cross is supposed to be a light side guy. Even though I've done it light side, but hey, there are not that many options during the Fallen Empire story to play it differently every time. So I just have to be happy about different voiceover or something.
Put up a good fight. That's the end of that one.
Welcome back from Germany. I haven't never been to Germany, unfortunately. And hi, Junkie. I just like the second part of the name, man. I hope you're not offended. It's much more fun than the first one. How are you guys? I hope that you all had good celebration around the Christmas days. Some of us, thankfully not me, are back to work between Christmas and New Year. I'm resting. For 10 years since I've been at the office and working what I do, we've never ever had to work in between these two holidays. I love that part of the year exactly because of that fact. Oh no, scary thing. You think I can kill it in one rotation? No, unfortunately. Ah, so close!
Somewhat worthy opponent. Challenge accepted and met.
Hey, Zedax.
Fight through it.
You know, I would love to have a chance and go to Germany one day and see a football stadium. I would just love to have that chance. I know that there are so many other things, and I'm not the hugest fan of football, but probably because of my profession, I just love watching it, cool architecture. And the German stadiums have been an example for stadiums built all around the world. Never mind, strafing too much from the main topic.
Did you just charge headfirst into a Sky Trooper droid factory?
Valen's almost on us.
The 4th is Monday, yep, and I'm gonna do the same. Well, I might have to jump for a very quick and brief meeting with a construction worker. They're working on one of our projects, believe it or not, exactly during the holidays.
Put up a good fight.
But I hope that won't be tomorrow, because I have tickets for Star Wars Episode 7 tomorrow. And don't worry, I've seen it already. If just in case we get a troll in here, at least on my part, the troll won't be able to spoil much. I saw the episode on the 18th, on the first day of the normal premiere. Unfortunately, I couldn't get into one of the earlier showings. Here in Bulgaria, we didn't have something too official. There was that kind of a journalistic premiere 2 days earlier, you know, at the same time, at the same day as the European premiere in London. Hey, Sekras. See, unlike you, Jim, Sekras is visiting all of my YouTube streams, well, mostly.
That's the end of that one.
And he always mentioned you. Why is Jim not here? We have nobody to troll the chat. It's no fun. How dare you spoil that about Vader, damn you. I was just about planning to see episode 6. because I've never seen it in my 31 years of life. That didn't come out fun. It was supposed to be a joke, but sorry, I failed. Escape. Alright. Ah, there it is, the door. Even that I have forgotten.
Valen happened.
You got to watch the new episode on Christmas? Wow, that's a very, very special Christmas for you. I hope you liked it. Please, guys, don't mention spoilers. I mean, we know whose father Vader is, but don't mention too many spoilers about the new movie. It's been long enough, and everybody who really desperately wanted to go see it has already done it more than once, probably.
Never stood a chance.
Well, just in case, let's not ruin the fun for someone who couldn't find tickets. Believe it or not, tickets wasn't a problem here in Bulgaria. Unfortunately, our cinemas allow booking without paying. So it's just reserving a ticket, and if you don't go and purchase the ticket personally, manually, at the movies, up to 10 minutes before the showing starts, you would lose the ticket, but otherwise you lose nothing else. You don't have to prepay for it, you don't have to pre-order or anything, stupid things. And so, in September, when I booked the tickets for my first viewing of the movie, everything was taken everywhere, all the time, for all of the hours when the movie was showing. When I went there in the very early morning of 18 December, the damn place was totally empty. Kids just reserve and then never show up.
Here, this will help. Challenge accepted and met. That's the end of that.
Luke, I'm your father.
Reactor instability detected. Emergency evacuation is in effect.
You cannot join me right now in the story, yes. Right now I'm playing a single player game.
Sound the evacuation.
That's a
Get
friendly
everybody
troll.
out. 10 blocks in every direction.
She? Who's she? Vader's mother, okay. Oh. Hey, Johnny.
There's nothing we can do here. Let's go.
Don't you dare!
If that thing blows, it's taking a whole lot of people with it. You can still shut it down.
Half the city will go dark.
I haven't streamed here in a while, yes. I just wanted to check in and see if you guys remember my channel.
We need to get you off world now.
Alright, lights out.
To minimize collateral damage. I'm taking it.
Jim, you've added a few extra unnecessary words there. It's Raux, without an I. I am on the Red Eclipse server currently, and 90% of my characters are also here. I wouldn't be surprised about you, Jim. You don't know who you are, what's left for the other people in your guild.
We must leave. I've got you.
No. Oh, wait, it's escaping me. Stay here, damn it. See, it's running away from me.
Hurry.
No thanks. I'm fine here.
Relax. It's going to be fine.
Relaxing didn't work so well. Now what do you propose to do?
Jim, don't go back on that topic. He meant it the other way around, but never mind. Just drop it.
Catastrophic reactor failure imminent.
Anything more social? No, I'm not a social person, sorry. Seriously though, I have no plans beyond 1 or 2 chapters, we'll see. I'm glad that many of you guys showed up so quick. You know, I've been streaming a lot more on YouTube lately, and the audience there is unfortunately still not on par with the quality of the streams. I don't mean my quality of my streams in particular, just in general. But it's nice to have a full and active chat once again. So I might survive more than 1 or 2 chapters, we'll see. Come on now. 16 seconds out of my life. Hey! We're trying ops tomorrow, mate, if you can make it, because I'm sure someone would not be able to. And tomorrow should be, what was it, Dread Fortress? Relatively easy one, especially for those who have done it before. So that's kind of quick and hopefully easy commendation, not commendations, 224s. Well, David would need some gear. How else would he be able to join us? No, surrounded.
Should feel better now. That's the end of that one.
Lana, stop asking me. I feel better all the time.
This is pure insanity.
Hard mode, yeah. Dread Fortress hard mode is supposed to be the weekly, but we'll be able to confirm that tomorrow around noon. The pugs, really? Oh, okay. I didn't even know he's back playing the game seriously. David J is a shadow tank. He used to be our main tank in our team in Duxon, but he had to leave the game because of work.
Somewhat worthy opponent.
Yeah, I think we're done here with this extra side activity. Disable the master power junction. Gear. I mean, oh wait, that's not loot. I was confused. I'm eager if I manage to set up properly the Twitch alerts like I had before, because you might have noticed, some of you who don't watch the YouTube live shows, I've changed the user interface, the layout, to a much smaller and simpler ones, where one I can use both for SWTOR and The Witcher when I'm live streaming Witcher. And along with that, I've also changed to the new OBS multi-platform, the latest version of that early beta stage of the new platform. Nope. Transfers of characters are only allowed in the same region. You cannot transfer from Europe to US and backwards, unfortunately. And as far as I know, there is no plans from BioWare to allow that ever.
You engaged in an unsuccessful attempt to kill us both, is what you did.
But there is double XP if you have time around the holidays. Why not just go and farm something quickly? You can gain levels much easier now. Remember, there is still that so-called 6x XP from the main class missions, and you don't have to do the planetary story arcs because of the double XP. You would still be receiving kind of a similar amount as you received during the 12x. And this is going, as far as I know, until the end of the year. So you do have a few days worth of time to make a new character on the Red Eclipse and give it a try. Thank you for stopping by, lovers. Always nice to have you around. When you come back, if you do, please bring back some of that dinner. Your host is hungry. What time? What made me switch to stream to Twitch? Just as I said, I was missing many people who don't follow me on YouTube or who don't receive notifications, and I wanted to see if you guys remember. Plus, with the new OBS, I'm allowed to record on different resolution and quality than streaming, so if I decide to upload this to YouTube as a VOD, I will still be able to have it on a much higher resolution than what you see on Twitch. I've been doing comparison between video and audio quality of my Twitch streams and YouTube streams. Man, what a difference. And then, of course, nothing ever compares or even comes close to local recording quality. I got an update yesterday from Amazon. Apparently my microphone might be arriving a lot sooner than originally planned. It still says 7th of January, but I've already received notification that it's being delivered to the UK. And the delivery address is actually in the UK, so I can't imagine they would hold it there in the storage facility for too long.
That's the end of that one.
Which means I might be able to get the microphone maybe a week, 2 weeks earlier than originally expected. That's gonna be awesome.
Never stood a chance.
Are we done? Finally. This is such a challenging moment that they needed to put healing stations around, you know. Koto tanks and such. Ramen noodles. I have no idea what it is. I would definitely like to try.
The dark should help our escape.
Not as
Stay
well as a
tuned,
massive
yes.
explosion would have.
There is at least one more year until we learn what's better than cross
Ran
server.
into sort of a maintenance issue.
How bad is it?
It's not great, but we're on top of it.
No. Amazon is going to deliver the microphone to the UK. And from there I have a very cheap, but unfortunately slow method to bring it here to Bulgaria. The reason I'm not delivering straight from US Amazon to Bulgaria is because of our customs. Here they have a very bad reputation of losing or delaying things. I'm afraid if I ordered it to arrive here to Bulgaria, it may be held up on the Bulgarian customs and I wouldn't receive a notification for months until they finally realize, hey, there is a package for this guy here, let's send him a note and ask him to go and pick it up. It's never happened to me, but I've heard so many stories happening, similar things happening to other people. I really don't trust the Bulgarian customs. It did cost me about 40% extra to purchase from the US Amazon, but I was able to use the affiliate money that I've collected from my referral links, so thank God it made it a little bit cheaper. Plus the microphone itself has been discounted for quite some time. Instead of $250, it now costs $170. And I've watched and read so many reviews about it. Apparently I'm making the best possible choice for a new microphone purchase. I'm not going totally out of my reach with a complete pro stuff, but I'm getting an insanely huge upgrade compared to this crap here.
Koth, is that blaster fire?
Almost there. 3 more minutes.
Koth, we don't have 3 more minutes.
2.5.
Outlander, you are guilty of assassinating the immortal Emperor and of evading imprisonment.
We demand your immediate surrender.
Knights of Zakul, a policing body under Valen's charge. Force sensitives.
Your Emperor killed millions. He got what he deserved. Valkorion made Zakul great. Now he's gone because of you. Surrender now! I can't tell you how many times I've been asked to lay
You can't get such a big difference just from a thermal paste. I don't know if you mean CPU or GPU paste, but whichever it is, it cannot be that very different. Which brings back the topic in my mind of clearing my PC case. There is so much dust. But it's my own fault actually. When I bought such an open case for very good airflow, it's a half series from Cooler Master, I think. Yep, it's the big half model. And therefore, because of the great cooling solutions and a lot of open space in the case, plus the fact that the case is really big, I have to suffer a lot of dust on it, around it. God isn't lying, no, don't call him a liar.
You're never taught to properly channel your anger.
Whoa, 80 degrees, whatever that CPU is, it's still hot.
Turn him loose.
So he can come after us again?
Not
I don't
what I call a
think
sound
it's
strategy.
because of the quality of the thermal paste, Jim. In your case, it might be just poorly applied the previous time from whoever did it.
Blinding morality. You're going to
I
get
don't
us
think
killed.
there's
You know that,
such a
don't you?
big difference. No.
Valen.
I don't know you. But you. I've seen you.
I'll hold her off as long as I can. The first chance you get, go.
No way am I leaving you behind.
Oh, you're impossible.
No. I won't need that.
Valen is by far the best and most fun character from the dark side, at least. On the Republic's, on the good side of our heroes, I like Cop. He's a funny guy.
Come on.
And the droid, I like the droid, but I was actually already making my peace very successfully with the fact that he's dying, and now we'll have him back. I wonder how and why, where he's going to bring him back. Woohoo!
Declaration. Meatbags can't fly.
Hang on! I'm gonna punch it!
I would say a lot more rarely. Mainly due to the fact that the number of guilds capable and willing to do nightmares is a lot thinner than before.
It's good to finally get out of there.
Plus, the fact that nightmares don't give you granted loot, so most of the time people just do that for bragging rights or for self-achievement or for real achievements, if you've never gotten those achievements in the past.
Come on, come on!
Thank you, T7.
It's not
We owe you one.
ooh, dumbass, it's woohoo!
Lament. No one has thanked me.
Oh, you poor guy.
You look like an HK series droid. I don't think I've ever seen one quite like you.
Salutation. Greetings. I'm HK-55, fully armed for combat and at your command.
Good to know.
I told you we'd succeed.
You left out the part where I'd lose my ship.
Lana, I don't know if you've heard yet, but the Emperor, he killed Darth Mar.
Yes. His absence has been felt by many.
For quite some time, right? It's going to be a short trip. Might want to start briefing your friend here on what's been going on the last 5 years. HK, make yourself useful. Check the stabilizers.
5 years. High Justice Phelan, please! There was no way I could possibly...
It's funny though, my dashboard at the moment shows me things from the stream that happened like 20 minutes ago. Hey, dashboard, what's wrong with you?
No. He's gone.
Oh, there we go. It is working now.
I don't care what it takes. I want him found.
Do you have a weird feeling that Moobot is a lot more spammy than before? I turned off one command and included a new one in its spot, but I have a feeling he's spamming a lot more than what it should. Welcome to Chapter 4. Come on, say it. There we go.
Get those fires out!
Did you think to take any extinguishers when you stole the ship?
Blast! Outlander! You're up. See what you can do with this thing.
I still have issues with hearing Outlander. Crag's Pulse and TV Nightmare were just removed. And as far as I know, their achievements have been moved to archives and they will never anymore be achievable.
2 more shuttles you owe me.
You didn't even
Well, yeah,
end this
that's
one.
pretty
You
much
really
it.
shouldn't
There is no
have.
more Nightmare,
It was
EV and
mine when it
KB.
crashed. It counts.
My favorite chapter is most likely the 8th one because of the epic fight. Despite that I'm supposed to be killed there and yet I survive, it's still chapter 8. There is a lot of drama
Not
there.
much to it.
And maybe the
Barely
second one with the
populated.
dream.
Some old ruins scattered around. The usual grumpy wildlife you'd expect. People call it the Endless Swamp.
Endless?
YouTube is a lot better in terms of video and sound quality, by far. They're still lacking behind on things like chat options. They've just finished the API, so finally we'll start having plugins and things like that, hopefully soon. But the biggest thing they're still lacking is notifications, just like Jim mentioned earlier. People don't get notified when I'm starting my live stream.
We need to hide the evidence of
But
our
it's only
landing.
beta, so it's understandable.
Just like
I
our
just hope that they don't keep it forever in beta, like many currently hit games are. They enter beta, people start streaming them, people start playing, people have been playing, paying for those games since alpha,
I know
and
you
those
have more
games never get
questions
finished.
than answers, but we should really keep moving. I promise I'll tell you everything I can as soon as we're safe.
Enthusiasm. Shall we investigate the technological object? I believe I can guide us to its location.
Sounds like a plan.
I'm not sure I get what you mean. What if I played LoL, Counter-Strike, Dota, or anything else? If I played those, there is a high chance my stream as a new streamer would never be discovered and I'll get discouraged quick and easy. Because on Twitch, when you stream those games that you mentioned just now, you would be on the bottom of 200 live streaming channels. And there is also another funny thing. I've actually started using a lot more YouTube because of the quality, and unfortunately I would like to but encourage some of you guys to start visiting it there. The quality of the video and audio and sound is just miles better. Plus the transcoding option is always there. But there are so many things still missing, so I'm not jumping straight to YouTube yet. That's why you see me on Twitch today. And that's why on my monthly giveaway you still see a tick available option to gain a point when you subscribe, when you follow me on Twitch. I'm not giving up on Twitch. There's been a lot of issues with chat lately. That's what I remember from November. The last month I was streaming a little bit more often and more regularly. There was a lot of problems with the chat not working, or a lot of spam. I mean, an unusual amount of spam for me at least. I think I've been blessed for those 2.5 years since I started streaming on Twitch. I very, very rarely get those nasty real trolls. I don't mean trolls like Jim, who are friendly and fun to have around. But you know, those really nasty trolls. I'm expecting right now someone to show up and maybe start telling us who does what in episode 7, why, how. These are things that really put me off, and why I started talking about this is my viewer base on YouTube is still like 10 times smaller than what I get on Twitch, but I don't do it for the number of people viewing. I just want those who join and enjoy to be able to watch things smoothly without issues. Now, so you guys don't think that I'm actually recruiting for YouTube. I will stop talking about that topic. Let's see. This shiny blue thing. Oh, that guy's gonna take it. Alright, that's not the item you're looking for. There is also another thing though, when it comes to big games on Twitch. If you know how to do it properly, if you're good at what you're doing, people will sooner or later discover your channel and start returning, because you're not a random person just doing random things to get by and waste their time. That's why I stick to SWTOR. It's my favorite game. I know what I'm doing, I'm good at it, and I have experience. So whenever someone asks me, there is a high chance I will be able to answer in great detail. And not, I guess, I think, maybe, let me check. Or just plain ignoring the chat. Woohoo! Welcome! Oh, SWTOR! Hey, Sky! Let me click, I need the loot. I'm a poor trooper. Never mind. Investigate the technological object. You mean the next one? I'm not sure if they actually really do have a cooldown. I believe they don't, and you can click them all the time. Another good thing I think BioWare implemented with the expansion. I do remember someone getting ahead of me on one of my previous 2 playthroughs, and I didn't have issues. Or either these things respawn in 2 seconds, or, which is much more believable, they just don't expire and everybody can click all the time. See? I just said that I have experience and I don't guess, and you've made me guess, damn you. See? That's something I never ever hear on YouTube, unfortunately. Maybe try the log, see if I've been lucky enough so that I would be granted quality option. Probably not. Yeah, I don't have enough viewers for Twitch to give me that option. On my dashboard, it's not buffering. So I don't know if that helps you at all. Ooh. He wants to speak. Speak, droid.
Admiration. It is a great pleasure to witness your skills firsthand, Master.
Master?
Clarification. Master Benico altered my programming before we secured your release. I am to serve you with the same unexcelled loyalty with which I serve her. In fact, your survival is now my highest priority.
I'm no more important than Lana or Koth. Don't prioritize me above them.
Concession. I will alter my prioritization as you request, Master. Gossip. You are just as selfless as I had been led to believe. Resumption.
I'm the most selfless trooper you will ever encounter, dude, until the rest of your days. I will really hate losing you, man. But I probably shouldn't spoil too much of the story before it happens. However, we know that what I'm talking about happens in Chapter 8, and I will definitely not reach Chapter 8 today on this character, especially if I don't skip dialogues. There is so much cinematic content. Well, I was thinking about putting a whole movie together with all of the cinematic cutscenes, but I'm sure many other people have already done that, so I've decided not to bother. I do have all of the cinematics split in chapters, but I was wondering, and I still often do, how long is the total duration of, forgive me, of the cutscenes in Fallen Empire? I would care to venture a guess, maybe 4 hours, 3.5 at least, or I don't know. Maybe 3 hours. Okay, final guess, 3 hours. And I'm guessing again. Does anybody know? Any of you guys by any chance created a long, uninterrupted cinematic movie from Fallen Empire? How long is the total duration of all of the 9 chapters put together without gameplay, just the cinematics? I could easily go on my channel and just add all of the different videos durations, but, you know, laziness. The laziness doesn't kill, it just torments. I don't know if that's a correct saying, but it is actually a popular saying in Bulgarian. It sounds a little bit different, more fun, I mean. Or at least it sounds more fun because I know my language. No! Oh, okay. I survived.
Is this the object you picked up on your sensors?
Confirmation. Yes, Master.
Yeah, this object is a little bigger than we expected.
This object has been here for several centuries.
Welcome back. What do you have for dinner? Do you think we'll get a different ending? No, no, no. I think the ending will be the same. I mean, there might be possibly 2 different endings. I mean, light side and the dark side, for example. But I firmly don't believe it will have anything to do with the Alliance guiding system. 3 hours, 40 minutes. Thank you. Damn it. My first guess was more accurate. 4 hours, 3.5. That's still a lot of things to watch. I sat down yesterday and today and I watched 2.5 episodes of Star Wars. So first one, second one, and about the third, up to the half of the third episode. And I couldn't just sit down and watch a whole movie at once. Just, I don't know, I'm in a vacation, I'm on a holiday, and it's not like I have things to do, except for maybe take care of my YouTube and my website. But that's something I can actually do while watching the movie, and yet I couldn't sit down and watch a whole movie without getting sleepy, getting bored, getting interrupted. I'm gonna do that tomorrow though. Got tickets for the new episode 7 and I'm gonna see it for the second time on a much larger and much better screen. I don't know why I didn't go there for the first viewing last week.
You said this ship went up against the Eternal Fleet and won. But it's rusting in a swamp while the fleet is
3 hours, 17 minutes. Well, to expand it up to 340, maybe there is some kind of a side dialogues that you can skip sometimes. Just like in The Witcher, for example. Right there, you can finish a dialogue in 5 minutes, or you can prolong it for 25 minutes with side questions and extra things.
We're going to win this thing, Lana. It's destiny.
It's certainly no coincidence, but destiny? I think there's something else going on here.
6 hours. Yeah, that's what I've heard the first time. I wasn't even in the middle of my playthrough the first time, and I was already reading and hearing people completing theirs for about 6 hours. Yeah, when the expansion early access came out, people just sat down there and for 6 hours straight did nothing else.
We'll split up, deal with any wildlife, then regroup to plan our next move.
Jim, you might want to refresh the page if you're just hearing that. It is from 10 minutes ago. What are you watching?
I can do this all day. Wouldn't mind a challenge now and then.
We're inside the ship. Woohoo. Somehow, when I entered that ship for the first time, well, it is the first time now, but I mean first time overall. Oh, backpedaling is my favorite thing ever. Let's do it more often. I meant to say, when I entered the ship for the very first time, I know it's a big, legendary, big-ass, scary starship, but it wasn't nearly as effective and special moment as when I entered the ship on Taris.
16, 17, 22.
More where that came from. Took one out.
I had a very weird urge yesterday to jump and do a little bit of a PvP live on YouTube. to check the FPS issues. I haven't done PvP in, I think, more than 3 weeks. So I wanted to do that, and all of a sudden I sat down in front of PC and I realized, oh crap, on my left screen I do have videos rendering, so no playing.
I can do this all day. More where that came from.
We were very careful about the very same thing. Yeah. Unfortunately, though, our cinemas weren't really overcrowded as I was hoping and expecting. But I was doing exactly the same thing. Shh, be careful, don't spoil the things for people outside. Someone might be actually here for the first time. And since I caught the very first hour of the 18th December, so it was actually the very first, after the midnight projection, of course. The midnight showing was the very first one here in Bulgaria, officially available to everybody. And then on the next day, on the morning of 18th December, I was going there 1 hour earlier, afraid that we may not be able to catch, to sit down normally, to enter the room, to buy some things to eat and drink. It was so empty.
Sweep the area. Focus on regions with high metallic sensor readings.
I oversaw security in the Carbonite prison. I humbly submit myself to answer for this failure.
Oh, you poor humble man.
Sister.
I didn't like his answer.
Hey, Patrick. Merry Christmas. Plus 2 days. I haven't seen you in a long time. Did you just sober up from celebrating with the family or friends?
Right. It's amazing that it's in such good condition, considering.
How about an official premiere on the 16th? Many countries, including ours, had something. In our case, it wasn't available to the public. It was invitation only for media and journalism and other people privileged like that.
Exactly.
But we did have a whole day of showing the movie in specific theaters on the 16th of December. How can you be busy? It's Christmas time. You should be lazy, lying on your back, eating things and getting fat. That's what I'm doing.
But no matter where it came from, the Eternal Fleet is practically unstoppable.
Well, I've also been keeping myself busy with improvements on the YouTube channel and website, obviously. Some of you may have noticed them. I hope you guys had the chance to catch up. They are already completed the 3 episodes of the mini-series SWTOR in retrospect. I'm sure that Moobot has already spammed it here once or twice. But it was a lot of fun writing the script, making it an article, and then doing it into a video. I've used a lot of old video material, in some cases video material I've never published to my YouTube channel, but it was a lot of fun doing that, and I hope that you will have a time to stop by, check out those 3 videos and enjoy them. "15th? Really? Either I'm mistaken or ours really happened on the 16th. Oh, screw that. I'm not doing the side quest. I was thinking of making a top 5, but before I managed to decide if I want to make a top 5 video for, I've already decided what if I do it for The Witcher. It's gonna be top 5 best fights in the game. But for SWTOR, I'm struggling to pick what kind of a top 5 video I should do. Top 5 surprises was my kind of a self-winner as a suggestion. I had other suggestions like top 5 best moments in the game, best moments in 2015, not only in the game but around and involving the game. Best 5 surprises, no matter if they are positive or negative surprises, because we did have some in 2015. Or best 5 something else. Couldn't decide, so that's why I haven't decided on making a video yet. Go down there. I really wanted to have those huge marathons available here. I would have definitely went to see the old trilogy. But unfortunately, nobody offered it. There's gonna be a big screen projection in May next year with live symphony orchestra. It's gonna be epic and also very expensive. I should think about getting tickets before they actually go away. Bye, Johnny. Going there. I could have probably... I don't know. Can I? No, that's in the middle. There is no point spawning now. But I will definitely pick up whatever this is. What are you? Oh, okay. I didn't actually remember that this is the item I need. Scattered starship parts. Right. I was thinking that would be a side quest. Never mind. I see another one over there. These, as far as I can remember, also respawned incredibly fast. I've always trying to be really honest. I know that there has been a lot of struggle through the years, and I believe I didn't criticize them more than what they deserve. I have been here and I've witnessed everything. So it's kind of my personal opinion, actually. Ooh, let's see if I can manage this. Hello, Obzidad. Did I manage? Please tell so. Third part, don't take it. I mean, don't steal it from me. And one more. Oh, look at how many are available here. Wow. Perfect! Yes! How nice of me. No, you didn't take one out. Damn you, Colt. Stop lying. See? Now he is lying. I'm killing everything and he's taking credit.
Target down. Took one out. Wouldn't mind a challenge now and then. I can do this all day.
Oh, not tonight, Jim. No, I'm having late dinner. That's why I'm streaming earlier. Well, after dinner I might have time to jump into the game again, but it's gonna be late for raiding. Maybe I could say welcome back to the game. Having the right to brag that I've never left it, I guess I've earned the right to welcome. When did you leave, Obzidad? And why? Got bored? It's usually the reason for 99% of the players.
More where that came
Come on, die already.
Wouldn't mind a challenge now and then. It's destiny. I ditch all these parts before we crash. We find the gravestone, and then what do we need to get it flying?
I can't blame
Honestly,
you.
it's plain as
Going
day.
free to play was the toughest moment
Not for
from a
Lana, though.
subscriber point
For
of
her, it's
view.
all just
And yet
skill
it was
and luck
actually
and
the thing that
coincidence.
kept the game alive and actually turned it into a very profitable thing for
Relying on
EA.
fate to get you out of trouble will always leave you disappointed. Better to rely on yourself.
I can't believe you two. Just wait and see. I know I'm right on this. Lana's told me about all the things you've done. More than once. Half the reason I agreed to this crazy rescue was to see if you were actually real. So, I figure I know all about your past. You deserve to
Okay,
know
I'm
mine.
real.
I
What
grew
about
up
you?
on Zakul. Served in the military. I captained a warship during Arkan's campaign against the Core Worlds. One of the last ships without an all-droid crew. My crew and I deserted, but I'm not going to pretend we didn't do our share of damage beforehand. Just thought you should hear it from me.
Something must have happened to make
Seriously,
you
just
post.
now?
What was it?
That's weird
We
for
were
you,
holding
at
territory
least.
on Denon.
For us here down,
Locals
well,
rioted
down
and
the
orders were
souther
open
than you at
fire
least, in
until they
Bulgaria,
stopped. None of us even
it's
wanted
actually
to be
unusual
there.
to not have snow,
Massacring civilians?
but
That's not how Zakul is supposed to operate.
Thank you for being honest.
I'm already expecting March and April of the next year to be the real,
Glad you think
the
so.
real winter.
One more thing, as long as we're being honest. When you risked your life
Oh
to
yeah,
shut that
definitely a
generator
general
down, you
tip
showed me that you're someone
or
I
an
can
advice
count
for
on.
everybody. If
I
you
wanna
do
take
enjoy
Arkham
this
down,
game,
but
you
we don't
better
have to take
subscribe. The
down all
free-to-play
Zakul
model
with it.
is like an extensive
know you
and
understand
interesting
that too.
demo,
Too many
but
innocent people have
it's
suffered
not really
already.
fun to play.
I'm not going to add to that.
Thank you. Come on. Let's get this stuff
And
back
yes,
to the
of course,
gravestone.
one subscription, $15, get you forever access to all of the new expansions.
Salutation. It is a pleasure to see you again so soon, Masters. I've encountered minimal resistance in my patrol.
Minimal?
Reassurance.
More
Only
than
one
10
Sky
degrees?
Trooper and 3
Really?
local predators with poor survival instincts.
My clock right here in front of me tells me that it's 20 here. I'm not using any kind of extra air conditioning or any other form of heat source. And 20 degrees is just perfect for me. At the office, we always put the air conditioner on 24, 25 degrees, and I feel like it's summer. Damn it. And I hope many more like you, mate, will get excited watching the movie and then decided, hey, let's see if there is another good Star Wars related game. Yeah, I thought for a second before calling it good. It is a good game, come on. And I'm sure that starting January, when BioWare comes back from their holiday season, they will immediately start releasing cartel market items related to the movie. Oh yeah, get back to the ship. Find Lana. Well, during the dog walk about, I don't know, an hour ago, 2 hours ago, it felt very, very cold outside. There is fog everywhere.
Welcome back.
Really more
Find what
like
you were looking for?
an autumn
More or
weather
less.
condition,
I'll
not
see what I can
really
do.
winter.
Shall we, then? We won't last long without more food and water.
Let's go.
I love the cinematics in this Fallen Empire moment, and I hope that they keep improving them. There is plenty of space for improvement still. And as I mentioned earlier, I had a little bit of a travel back in time to say it so. I revisited one of my olds and replayed some of the old content 2 days ago. And unfortunately, I've noticed that they haven't improved pretty much anything in the old cinematics. All the original stories are just like we remember them, clumsy, crappy shadows on them, and very static. The characters aren't moving, the camera is very static. Alright, so we have to take care of Lana's problem next. Where are the three? Oh, okay. Let's do a smart thing and try to teleport there. You think it's a smart move? It's gotta be. Alright, I saved a little bit of traveling, probably, or maybe not.
Here, this will help.
Why would I kill those? No. Poor innocent local creatures. Let them be. Well, these guys I will have to kill because they are going to aggro. Hello, swamp things.
Never stood a chance.
That's true.
Here, this will help. That's the end of that one. But have a good fight.
This one, as far as I remember, also doesn't go on cooldown, so many people can click it at the same time.
When Darth Maul and I faced Valkorion, we knew right away. He was the Sith Emperor, Lana.
I know. When
We
he was
did
struck
know.
down, it released ripples through the Force. Everyone who had felt the Sith Emperor's presence in the past, on Ziost, on Yavin 4, we all sensed what had happened. Arkan invaded soon after, claiming that an Outlander had assassinated his father, the immortal Emperor. It didn't take long for us to unravel the truth.
Which side did Arkan attack first?
Both. Ships from the Eternal Fleet struck at shipyards and rallying points for both sides simultaneously. They favored ambush tactics throughout the war.
I'm still not sure I understand what you mean by space travel. If you mean space fight, space battle, they could attempt to improve the space fighting by unlocking it and making it not just PvP on a set map, but I think the biggest reason why they're doing this is first, because they have a small crew not capable of doing things on such massive scale, and second, much more believable, the engine wouldn't allow space. Just plain is, let's say it like that. Ooh, no secrets. No, I've never had that issue. When I hate a class, well, I can't really say it, hate. I do dislike some specs of some classes very, very strongly. But when I dislike something, I dislike it on both sides. Don't know why. So, Steiner, do tell us more, please. What do you think should be improved on the space? Like space travel, is in exploring the space between one planet and another? I hated space in Star Wars Galaxies. I did very little of it, so that's why I can't even understand what you mean. All the space in Star Wars Galaxies I was doing is just travel from one planet to another. I didn't do space PvP or things like that. And yeah, I don't do space here as well. That's why I don't understand it. That's why in my SWTOR, in retrospect, I couldn't include any space videos because I don't do space. Well, I mean, I've done like 2 or 3 games from the very first week of early access when Galactic Starfighter was released. And I've never ever gone back to another space PvP match. It's just a separate game with a lot of grinding, and since space isn't really my thing, I've decided not to grind.
How did it end?
The members of the Dark Council fought Arkan's invasion ruthlessly and lost. The Empire's treaty was ultimately negotiated by the Minister of Logistics. Chancellor Suresh also
On the specific example of Commando and Mercenary, I love both of them. Commando I like because of the very cool looking heavy armor for Commandos, and I know that every armor now fits on every body, but the specific Commando armor that this one, for example, we had in the launch of the game, or before BioWare made everything adaptable.
But they've gone dark.
Adaptive, sorry.
Secret operations only.
Commando has the best looking heavy armor, by far. And that big ass weapon. Oh, I've been using that very specific weapon that you hear now and see for 3.5 years, maybe. Well, since the moment I leveled up to 50 actually, however long ago this was. And I really love the design of that weapon and most of all the sound. I think it's very unique, and without being 100% sure, I believe there is hardly another weapon sounding like this. Just listen. Huh? Let me see if I can find another one. Unfortunately, I don't have another weapon here, just to show you how the different ones sound.
I've got you.
What the hell is this? Oh, blaster rifle. Okay. Well, I don't have another one, but you get what I mean. The sounding of a weapon is very important to me. Most of the time I look at my character from the back and from big distance, so I very rarely see the small details on the weapon itself. But when I dislike the sound of that weapon, it's really frustrating. And on the mercenary, I just love that from above. That's the skill I was spamming a lot more than any other while leveling my first mercenary. And in terms of endgame, it's just cool. Animations on the merc side are good looking because of the two pistols animations and effects. On the commando again because of the big ass weapon, the big ass gun. Oh, having to land on a shuttle port, yeah, and making those starports social hub and such, yeah. I remember hanging around the Tatooine spaceport as a social hub in Star Wars Galaxies. By Tatooine, because Tatooine had two, I believe. So I was hanging in Mos Eisley. That was the biggest social hub in the game for many years. The other one was, I think, Anchorhead. No, I think Anchorhead had a spaceport. Woohoo! Woohoo!
Challenge accepted and met. That's the end of that one.
This is another thing I wasn't exactly sure about the space PvP in the game. Since I don't play it, I believe it doesn't really pop anymore. Maybe in specific dates when the community is organizing something custom manually. It was very similar in Star Wars Galaxies near the end of the days of that game. For everything or anything to happen, people had to manually organize it on IRC, on forums, on audio chat. Just put groups together and start doing something. Hey, you surprised me.
Should feel better now. Challenge accepted and met.
They popped 2 times in May 2014. You know, that sounds horribly bad. And very, very disturbing. Speak to Lana. Lana, pop, please. There you are.
A freshwater spring. It should be safe for drinking.
What a damn cool place to sit here and rest. Can we have a picnic, Lana?
So the Eternal Fleet overwhelmed both the Republic and the Empire. What was the result?
Both sides are forced to pay a heavy tribute to Zakul, mainly raw materials and resources.
The developers were so excited when they were creating and talking and advertising Galactic Starfighter as a new upcoming free expansion. What was the reason they ditched it so completely after that this part of the game never received any update or refresh or anything really? Maybe a few paint jobs here and there from the cartel market, but that's not really an update.
Darth Asina. She now rules as Empress of the Sith. Both sides see this only as an opportunity to eliminate one another at a time of weakness, instead of combining what strength they have.
What was your first origin server in SWTOR
so
levels?
long as their tribute is paid and no one challenges Zakuul's superiority.
I'm surprised Arkan didn't try to destroy both governments. He obviously had the firepower.
I don't think Arkan feels any desire to actually govern our portion of the galaxy. For now, he sees it as a backwater, useful only for resources. Powerful Zakuulan battle stations have been placed in orbit around key worlds to watch for possible uprisings. But there are no ongoing planetary occupations. The ships of the Eternal Fleet simply patrol at random, while the tribute paid to Zakuul gradually chokes all economic potential.
What about my team? My ship?
I have
Hey Jim, are you still around?
With all of the chaos of the last few years,
I wanted to ask him if he put a raid for tomorrow on the calendar, on the guild website. We will have to sign there.
Did you think about what would come after?
I've lost most of my character names as well. This guy was named Crow in the beginning. VULKK was named Alex in the beginning. Kukla was named I forgot, Lady in the beginning.
You changed the galaxy more than once, and if things have ever needed to change, now is the time. But there is something else. I felt it since the moment I found you in Carbonite. There's a power in you. Something new. It's elusive, but I know it's there.
Let's lie. It's not dark side, so I'm allowed to lie.
I don't know what you're talking about, Lana. I'm the same now as I was when they froze me.
Something is different. I'm sure of it. But for now, I'm just relieved to have you back with us. The water was our last necessity. Shall we return?
Request. Please rendezvous at my current coordinates at earliest convenience, Masters. I require assistance.
Strange. We should hurry.
.40, that wouldn't be Celsius, probably. So what does 40 Fahrenheit translate into Celsius? Probably like 1, 2. -10 maybe? Where the hell was the exit? Ah, there we go. Hey, what's great? As a totally pro jumper... Oh wait. That's not high enough to brag about my jumping skills.
Take a breath.
How about I just use a teleport instead of walk manually? Let's see, would that work? Oh, and I just reminded myself, remember another thing from Star Wars Galaxies. When you are calling a shuttle there, the shuttle was actually physically landing next to you and just picking you up, really, visually. And you couldn't call a shuttle in small confined spaces, for example. So that was an interesting, realistic limitation. Where the hell? Oh. No, wait. It's not really spring in Europe, although it's quite warm, much warmer than what it's supposed to be for a winter. Until 2 days ago, we had sunny days and 15 degrees day temperature. During the night, obviously, it was much colder. But plus 15 in the middle of December is really weird.
Explain.
Protestation. I have done nothing to these pitiable meatbags, Master. They were merely bystanders when I destroyed a group of Sky Troopers. They've requested our help in escaping the enemy's notice.
Please, we are no danger to you. We were exiled for protesting Emperor Arkan's war. We've already lost 2 of our friends. Please, is there anything you can do for us?
We're repairing a ship with room for passengers. We can get you out of here.
You're serious?
I'm
That's
serious.
incredible. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The path ahead of us is not a safe one. They might be better off here.
Yep, it's better if you do sign up, depending on who do we have available. You should always use the calendar to sign up. That's why Jim is putting those events up there. Return to the gravestone. Alright. Free teleport, thank you. Well, for me every teleport is free because of the subscriber status and the legacy perks I've purchased. But free teleport is a big thing for free-to-play or preferred status players. You know, they don't have free access to quick travel and emergency fleet pass and things like that.
You sure we can make it fly again?
She'll fly. Just been waiting for somebody to come along and remind her how.
Let's get to work then.
Oh, the snowballs event is really frustrating. Even now, when it appears for the third time, I think, yeah, 2013, 14, 15, yeah, third time it appears, and it's still frustrating to see that during raids. People throw snowballs at the bosses, at each other, at NPCs. Wow. Really annoying. At first it was fun, but as I've mentioned, I'm watching the same thing repeating itself for 3 years now, and it's no fun anymore. And then I remember how random people would send me tells 2 years ago, so for the first event, hey dude, cleanse your snowball please so I can throw another with you. I forgot to make a note, but this is the special porn music. And it just... oh no, it didn't end. It continues. I don't even know how it looks, the snow thrower. But I think I still have about 30 or 40 of those tokens left around from the first event. I never used up those, so maybe I can go and purchase something. On the first event we only had two things available. One was the speeder, and I can't remember what was the other thing. Probably the title, or the title was just for getting 100. Ah, never mind. Oh yeah, especially if these things appear during the cinematic. Life Day Orb. Don't remember it. I do remember the speeder though. Whoops. Mom has arrived. But HK is a badass. That's why BioWare is bringing him back, because he's a true badass. Are we done? Thank you for your service, droid. Go turn yourself off. Okay, here is an epic moment incoming. The ancient starship is about to fly again. only to crash land soon after that. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Investigate the strange sounds. Alright, let's see what the birds are doing. Talk to me. Come on, I know you're here. That was the beginning of chapter 5, I believe. Or maybe shortly after this conversation. That's probably because Jim is inviting the same group of 8 people all the time with one click.
Don't be so surprised. Where you
Oh, there we go.
I go. We are indivisible now.
Indivisible.
Stone.
Hey, Ra.
Not entirely what
Indivisible. That's a word I don't know.
Did you guide us here?
The real question to ask is, why are we here? You have had a taste of my son's empire, his reach, and Valen. She does not believe in restraint. We can only defeat
Do I want to
Arkham
listen?
if we work together.
You sound like you know how to accomplish that.
I know aspects, but an unknown factor remains at the center of it all. You. You must be willing to accept my help for what it is, and you will have to come to this acceptance sooner than you think.
Get ready for a fight, people! They found us! Sky Troopers breaching the entrance!
Okay, Sky Trooper fight. Well, it's not the only time there is a difference between the subtitle and the voiceover. I think in some cases it's intentional, in other cases Bauer just forgets to fix it. Reach the bridge, okay, that's gonna be a tough challenge. How to get back to the bridge without getting lost. That was funny. I didn't know that the door can close while we're on it.
Hey, watch the ship!
Compliment. Fine dismantling, Master.
That's just the first wave. They have more on the way.
I'll head them off.
The gravestone will be ready soon. I just need...
Don't say 3 minutes.
Buy me some time. I'll get us airborne.
Love that joke.
I'm with you. HK, stay behind and help Koth.
Until I say so. Don't touch anything.
He's a pro droid, let him touch the
Feel better
things. What now? Fight to the gravestone's entrance. Alright.
Never stood a chance.
How dare you pull me, dude? You know who I am. I'm the hero of... I was about to say I'm the hero of the resistance, but no, I'm a different kind of hero.
That's the end of that
Are you
one.
that clever to be hiding from me, dude? Wow. I don't remember the Sky Troopers ever using line of sight. Interesting.
Put up a good fight.
Thank you for the bad loot. I've picked up quite a few of these precious vendor scrap items.
Somewhat worthy opponent.
And we are outside. Now the real fighting can begin.
Never stood a chance.
I believe since we are getting the droid as a subscription reward, we will never lose him. If BioWare and how will they make it stay so it's not lore breaking, that's hard to say. But I'm confident that we will keep him.
Koth did say there were more on the way.
Something I've learned to count on regarding Archon. There will always be more.
It's not Rebel scum, it's Republic scum. Be careful. It's a different time. Different era. I probably want to say HK-47. Don't ask me why, I'm not exactly sure. Whoops. He's absorbing.
That's the end of that one.
If I must pick only because of their characters, it's probably gonna be the new one. He's fun to listen to. And I do play on Empire side, a lot more rarely, yeah, I admit that. But actually the next level up through the Fallen Empire will be my Marauder. And well, it's still gonna be just level up. I don't know if and what I'll be doing with him at 65. Probably just farm pug stuff. What now? How many more do we have? Maybe I shouldn't have killed those too fast.
Somewhat worthy opponent. Never stood a chance. That's the end of that one.
That's the end of all of them.
Woohoo!
Or at least I thought so. Woohoo! Welcome!
There are too many.
We have to keep fighting.
Hey, you two need a hand out there?
You forgot
No.
4.
We have help.
So try the hashtag again. Oh, Skorx is? Yeah, I do have another Marauder who's at the moment 58, I believe. So a few heroics and he will be ready for Fallen Empire.
Lana. You're late.
You got one of the knights to switch sides?
Not all of us blindly follow Archon.
That makes total sense. Good advice, Zerax. If you ever want to make someone to rank 50 and be able to always use it, use one of the companions that you're certain to never lose. And that's Nico. You cannot lose Nico because he's a special reward. Even if you lose him somehow in the game, you will always have him as a side companion regardless of the story and the lore. So I guess if BioWare decides to kill him at some point, they're still going to allow you to keep with the companion. It's kind of like, for example, I am using Doc all the time on VULKK, on my Sentinel, but we know that according to the lore, Doc is not unknown at the moment. It's not confirmed if he's alive, where is he, what's he doing. He didn't return in the storyline. But I managed to summon him from that special, what do you call it? Portal?
Will be avenged.
Why do you want to kill me? I'm a good Outlander. You definitely want to keep me alive. next time.
The Emperor will be avenged. The Emperor will be avenged. Be merciful.
Oh, okay, they all died somehow. Yes, begin chapter 1 and very quickly start farming Darth Mars ranking. Good one. Exactly, SWTOR, yep. Of course you will see him again. I'm actually... The last time I did PvP in the game, some 3 weeks ago, it was on him.
We have the Outlander. You may kill the others.
Get out of here. Save yourself.
What is this?
An opportunity. You're outmatched. Death is all but certain for your
I keep using Doc. For some weird reason, that Weirdo is my favorite companion. And even though I've used him for years and years, ever since I've got him on, where was it, Balmora? So that's more than 4 years ago.
Time has not
I keep using him as my main character. As a healer again, of course.
Very well.
But I'm experimenting on all of my other characters with different companions now that I have a chance for every one of them to be every role I prefer.
Come on.
Koth.
White lightsaber, Crystal, where did you get it? And why just now? What was stopping you before?
No, wait. Where's Senya?
Excuse me? Where's who?
Here I am. Let's move out.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Hi, Mom.
Hang on. She's your help? If you think I'm letting that
Yes, she
piece of work
is.
on my ship,
I think
you're
Sonya
out
is going to play a big part in the future episodes. I shared that with some of you guys recently, I can't remember where and why, but I have a feeling, without any backup or official information, it's just a wild guess, I have a feeling that Sonya is going to kill Arkan and Valen is going to take his place. That's gonna be awesome.
Give it a push.
I really don't believe we will ever be able to turn Valen and drag her to our side, regardless if it's Empire or Republic. But I can definitely see her as the big next villain. Arkan just doesn't cut it.
They're doing it. They're actually doing it. Can you believe it?
Observation. The ship is rising.
Jedi power.
Conclusion. Belief is not required.
Glad you worked that out.
Now get in here so we can finally get moving.
How about that? My gravestone can move.
Considering how we found
That ship is huge and high, mate.
Team
Welcome.
effort. I'd say everyone outdid themselves. Incoming!
Black and red. I can't even remember how black and red looks like. But you probably know. Well, I'll tell you anyway, black and blue is my all-time favorite crystal. I like both versions of black and blue, just in case someone is about to ask.
Ugly ship.
And I am using the original first black and blue version of Color Crystal on most of my Jedi characters. Probably not on all of them. Well, actually, I think it is on all of them.
Lana, work the shields, and we need a gunner.
I'll take care of it.
I was using a purple-black one somewhere, but I believe I replaced it. Unfortunately, the black and blue is not that rare and expensive anymore. It's available very cheaply and easily on GTN. But some 3.5, 4 years ago, it was only available through PvP, and it was quite an expensive reward from the PvP vendor. I was really excited when I got it for the first time.
+1, kill counter.
That has been confirmed. You don't have to think. I think I might be streaming, and it's more likely to be streaming it on YouTube for the better quality and sound, video quality and sound. So if you guys want to check out our raiding evening tomorrow, if it happens, remember we're on holiday, so we might not have people available online. But if we do, I'll probably be streaming Dread Fortress hard mode tomorrow.
Near the center.
I see it.
Good.
I'm usually streaming the Tuesday raids. We always do on Tuesday the high priority operation for the week. Woohoo! I love that sound of the happy Homer.
Target down.
Wait, 5 targets. 10. I can't keep up.
That powerful starship,
It's
wow.
real. We could take the whole fleet.
Statement.
Well,
The hyperdrive
the
now
whole
meets
fleet
minimum
with one ship.
functionality
It's a little bit
Why didn't you
ridiculous,
say
don't you
so?
think?
All right, let's get out of here.
More than 2 dozen ships lost in a single shot.
So
2
that's
dozen,
the gravestone.
so that's about 25-ish, 30
As
ships.
powerful as they say.
Everything stands at risk. Sakul, the throne, my vision for the galaxy. All because we let the Outlander slip away. I'm not blaming you.
I didn't think you were.
Father held us all back.
See, she's such a nice character, damn it. She just accepts everything without emotions. She's always smiling in that evil, secret style. You never know what the hell she is thinking right now.
For a change. So, what now?
I really do have a feeling she's going to kill him at some point. Maybe at the end of Season 1, and in Season 2 we're gonna have a brand new endgame enemy. Or at least story enemy, if not endgame.
No, no, no!
Yes, another crash for you, Hot.
The
Cop.
hyperdrive worked. One time. Omni Cannon's fried too. What a mess.
We're safely away from the fleet, if nothing else.
Should be able to make it to Asylum, but let's not hold our breath.
Like the the painting. Interesting comparison.
Not apply a temporary patch.
It's the best anyone could have done. We'll have more resources when we reach our destination.
Asylum is a skyport. A safe
Don't tell
haven
them.
from
Smoke
Arcan's
is cool.
patrols.
Was she really necessary?
She helped us raise the gravestone. She fought at our side.
She also hunted me like an animal for years.
That's an interesting question. I don't believe the level cap will be changed anytime soon. At least not until the same time next year.
It sounds like you're both on the same
From my
side.
personal experience with this game since its launch, I absolutely don't believe that we're going to see something major and
Do
big
they know
throughout
what
the
you're
summer of
capable
next year.
Volcana? If anybody needs me, I'll be.
And 5 new levels is something major.
You could have at least consulted with me first.
Yes, I wonder how that might have gone.
Absolutely. I'd be glad to fix the gravestone by myself.
You broke it, you fix it. Why are you complaining? Get down to work. Okay, let's see the whiny guy first. Gather tools to repair the ship. Well, I'll leave the quest on. Okay, I might even pick up something on the way. It would be nice if BioWare finds a way to include Jakku, for example. Maybe like a free mini planet or kind of something like a daily area. They could call it a brand new planet, but make it in the form of a daily area, just like Oricon and Manan. Well, Manan doesn't even have a daily area. But it would be nice to have a chance to visit Jakku to relate more closely to the movie now.
Can you get the power? Right over there. Thanks. Wouldn't want to electrocute myself on top of everything else. She's really something, this ship. But no one's been taking care of her.
You sure got attached in a hurry.
What will be the three biggest patches? Do you mean from the patches released up until now, or
definitely
there is no way to guess what we can get or will get in the future?
That's enough for me.
Hey,
the three biggest patches from everything released up to now.
Look, I'm just saying she
well, it's gonna be probably boring to hear, but those are the three expansions: 2.0, 3.0, and 4.0 in exactly that same order. Because 2.0 brought the smallest changes out of the three expansions, but still much bigger than anything else. 3.0 completely revamped fight, combat style, and most of all, the discipline system introduction was big, outfit designer and other things like that. And 4.0 just completely blew out of the water everything else we knew as story in the game. So the new way of showing story and experiencing story in Star Wars The Old Republic just deserves to be taking first place as the biggest patch ever. But we can classify them and just put them in various different orders depending on how much they've ruined this class or that class, what kind of endgame content they introduced, what kind of planets, daily areas, amount of quests introduced, or I don't know, other things.
I don't know what. Her own narrow concept of justice, maybe. Even if her objectives align with yours, it doesn't mean she'll do what you need to get done. Believe me, just don't forget who dropped everything to storm the spire.
One of my favorite smaller patches is still 1.2, the release of the 4-man operation called Lost Island, before they nerfed it.
I have a good feeling, you know. We'll get Arkin. I should get back to it.
Oh, for me personally, definitely Gunslinger. I dislike the both DPS and healing versions of Scoundrel leveling. For leveling, I always prefer DPS. Range DPS, if it's melee DPS, it should be the others. Just not like the mechanics for the Scoundrel DPS versions. And Gunslinger is a lot of fun, especially with whatever the skill was, you know, the 8 meters AoE range one, and you can easily spam on targets and kill them extremely quickly. What was the name of that skill? Whoops, wrong floor. Come on, someone remind me. I'm sure we have Gunslinger players here. Usually on most of my ults, I remember skills by their positioning and key combination. I just don't bother remembering, the names. Hell, I sometimes forgot even names of my Marauder. Slicing.
Damn. You should have someone look at that.
I'll heal. I was right to reach out to Senya. I hope you see that.
Galaxies' course.
The question is, what is that big-ass I win button AoE ability on the
I
gunslinger?
learned as much when I first encountered her. We met shortly after I arrived in wild space. Senya was hunting Koth. I was hoping to learn your fate.
There is an AoE ability that you can easily spam pretty much most of the time with 8 meters AoE area.
Those two will have to get past their differences.
Well, stealth is cool, but if you play stealth, I would advise you to go for Shadow or Assassin. Not the Flyby, no. Flyby is very weak now and on a very long cooldown. Speak to Seria. Alright. Sweeping Gunfire, I think that was the name of the ability. Hail of Bolts probably is the same name of the ability on the sniper version.
Query. Has the meatbag bickering finally exhausted itself?
One thing that hasn't changed in 5 years, and I doubt it ever will. Meatbag bickering.
Agreement? You said it, Master. Report. I have taken the liberty of checking in on your band of refugees. Assessment. They have quickly taken to their new lodging arrangements. I have warned them not to stray from their chosen location. Analysis. There are many sealed passageways, and I am unable to detect what may be on the other side.
Worth looking into at some point.
Revelation. I discovered an especially strange area.
Of course it would be the trooper skill, yeah. When you mentioned bolts.
I had attempted to ascertain if any of its contents could be weaponized, but the new meatbag interrupted.
Suppressive fire.
Query. Any orders, Master?
See if there's anything you can do to help Koth with his repairs.
Sarcasm.
That depends when you play the gunslinger or sniper. Flyby hasn't been a popular skill for quite some time now. Yeah, it's that skill here, that one. Hail of Bolts, there we go. It's, well, a skill on my class that I currently play, yet I don't remember their names. Now, if you believe me or not, I don't even remember 90% of the abilities, passives or actives. I just remember where I place them. It helps me when I'm playing 20 characters and all of the advanced classes. Not all the time, but it's much easier to remember where skills are placed on my user interface and how do I arrange them on every single character. It really helps to learn which ability does what without having to remember its name, just because I know where it is located. Alright, just because of that I'm gonna quickly relog and check my gunslinger and sniper. Because you guys made me curious. Let's see. That's one of my gunslingers. The second one I've created with the free level 60 token I received from the subscription when the expansion launched. So let's check with this one. That one, Sweeping Gunfire. Yep, sweeping Gunfire is correct for this for the gunslinger version. And see, huge area, relatively good damage done during the, what is it, 4.4. It's probably 5 or 6 seconds. It's probably 5 seconds. Or no, it's 4.5, of course, silly me. It's 4.5 seconds channel duration. And quick check of my sniper. My sniper is on the 3rd list. I haven't played him in a long time. He's actually 60. He's ready to do Fallen Empire. But it is true, I have not played my sniper in months. And on the very same spot, see, suppressing fire. You guys were correct. Thank you for being correct. And you see that the same type of ability is always placed on my user interface on the same spot with the same key shortcut. So I don't have to worry about remembering the names of the 16 advanced classes. Get back to Cross, see if they threw me out of an instance or something because of their logging. It's literally impossible to remember all of the abilities on all of the alts. I made an effort years ago remembering the Sentinel and then the Marauder ones, but since I don't play the Marauder that often, I find myself often trying to remember which one was that skill on the Marauder side. What was it called? Going back to the Dark Sanctuary. Oh, don't say that. VULKK trusts everything and everybody. Sometimes it's a curse. Well, I just proved it the other way by manually relogging to check.
I couldn't help but take this place in either. Reminds me of a song I wrote.
Oh, sing, please.
Pegged you for a songwriter?
You know I get that a lot. Probably because most people meet me when I'm terse and angry.
You seem nothing at all like the person I met in the swamp.
Being a knight means everything, but I don't let it define me. When it's time to go to work, I'm who I need to be. The rest of the time, I'm just myself. You don't strike me as all that different.
I'm always me. It's as simple as that.
I think that's fine. But expect your sense of self to be tested if you confront Arkan.
I know why I oppose him. What's your reason?
Years after the death of our immortal emperor, most are still so afflicted with remorse that they don't see what's happening. Arkan has become oppressive and cruel. He'll crush anyone who doesn't share his plan for the galaxy. So that's me. What about you?
Bye. Sorry, I'm just under the influence of that Jedi mind trick, and I'm considering how should I put all of my money together just so I can buy the Black and Blight die for Sekros.
Careful with that. Destiny can cloud your judgment more than doubt ever could. Or rum. You're not what I expected. Not sure if that's good or bad yet. But I do know I'll have an easier time with you than Koth.
I don't trust either of you.
That's fair. But I think you'll come to find one of us is more trustworthy than the other.
Welcome, guys. Thanks for the followings.
Valkorion lives. He is not himself, nor has he taken a new body. It is difficult.
Oh, I cannot even count the number of zeros you put there.
And yet it is unmistakable.
What the hell number is this now? Do you even know how many zeros you put there?
Like on the Yavin moon.
Yes.
That's 1,000. That's 1,000,000. Okay, so I count 10 million cartel coins. Alright, it's totally possible. I can do it. Just give me 15 years and I'll get those. Oh wait, we went through chapter 5. Did we? Mm-hmm. Asylum. Oh, this is where we break the ship again, and Colt is sad because he can never land the ship properly. Well, in 15 years, SWTOR 10 will be available.
We haven't docked yet.
I should probably figure out how to land this thing.
You sure that place is safe?
We need allies as much as safety. That shadow port isn't on any chart. It's a haven for refugees fleeing Arkan's forces.
We'll be among friends.
I did, yep, and I'm going tomorrow again.
Mostly.
And then one more third time, probably shortly after New Year.
You want to explain how?
But be careful with the spoilers.
If we don't all start trusting each other,
We may have people who haven't seen it yet.
Trust is a rare
because the
commodity
war
these
for
days.
tickets is really hard in some countries. Hey Lex, The Force Awakens, the new episode. I struggled at first as well because I couldn't really realize that TFA is The Force Awakens. I still call it the new movie, the new Star Wars movie, the new episode and such. You know, I just generalize. I don't know why. Oh, that's an interesting spoiler. Has any of you guys ever wondered why is Mark Hamill not present in any interview, any poster, any teaser? I mean, Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker. No, who are these? What are they going to do to us?
Move it, gawkers. Let us through.
Hi, big guy.
Mighty fine ship you got there. We'll be coming aboard. In how many pieces?
That was a nice joke.
Ha! Captain!
Outlander, my crew. The best engine burners in wild space.
You're lucky they weren't disintegrated.
Oh, lighten up already. Get up here, you mangy Woolocks.
Did you guys know that the girl who is playing the main role as Rey in the new movie, this is actually her very first real movie. She doesn't have experience from before. I mean, it's not really like that first role ever, but this is her breakthrough. And we have something similar happening with each of the movies for the Star Wars saga.
How did you wind up with them?
That's a funny story.
Raylo! Get in here! On my way!
Do you mean that kiss from episode 4? Yeah, it's totally
things.
possible. You know, it's Jedi stuff. You never know what Jedi do. You only see a kiss, but because of force speed, you don't know what the hell other things might be happening around and before and after the kiss. They are
Yes.
quick.
I wish they bathed more often, but
Oh,
you
that's
get
so
used
wrong
it.
to even think
I
about.
need to make contact with my network alone. Try to stay out of trouble.
She was playing very well. I don't know if it's just natural talent or maybe they repeated it like 15 times every take, but I really loved her play.
My best engineer hasn't come back from a supply run to the free zone. It's a dodgy neighborhood if you catch my drift.
A black market.
Oh, I have no
Rival
idea
syndicates
who she
disagree
is in
over
real
who
life,
controls it.
actually.
They argue with
If you say so.
blasters. I think she's in trouble, but we've got our hands full keeping the Gravestone's
I'll believe
reactor
it.
stable.
And if you're trolling me,
Give me a
well,
hollow of your crewmate and point me to this free zone. I'll handle the rest.
Addendum. I will join you, Master.
My engineer's name is Tora. HK has her image in its database.
and she played very
Won't be
natural.
hard to find. Tora has a...
But I foresee that's the end of her acting career from here on now, especially because she's gonna be a main character in the next episode as well, probably in the 9th one also. I don't believe she will ever be able to play something without pointing at her and look, this is the Star Wars girl.
I'll join you, but not now.
It's just like with Mark Hamill. When you say Mark Hamill, you think, ooh, lightsaber, look. when actually his best role, in my personal opinion, is the Joker. Nobody ever, and God knows how many actors have ever tried to voice over and play the Joker from Batman. Nobody is nearly as good enough as Mark Hamill. That laugh, that voiceover, wow. Really good job, damn it.
I can't tell if
All
it's
right, some of you might hate me, some of you may be relieved to hear that I'm ending the stream. No more weird accent. You can let your ears rest a little bit so you don't have to understand what I'm trying to say. Thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you to those of you who visited my stream for the first time. Hi Blancy, you joined a little bit late, mate. I don't know when the next time would be, probably a lot sooner on YouTube than the next one on Twitch, but regardless, I hope you are enjoying my content because I have absolutely no intention to stop or delay it. See you next time, and happy New Year celebration. Bye bye.
Woohoo!